Hello everyone, this is the historiographer. Imagine that it is late 1947. By some miracle, Adolf Hitler has defeated the Soviet Union and his panzer divisions have marched as far away as Siberia. Not only that, but Operation Sea Lion was successfully carried out. SS troops reigned supreme over London, ruthlessly crushing any opposition on the British Isles. In the African theater, Rommel returned with a vengeance and took over the Black Continent, including the British and French colonies with all their riches and splendor. Finally content with his achievements, and with America the only power presenting a distant threat to his Nazi dreams, Hitler is now able to achieve his dreams of Lebensraum. Of these dreams is Germania, the mega capital of the Nazi leader. In this video, we will explore the ambitious plans of Adolf Hitler to transform Berlin into the capital of the world. The name Germania appears only in Hitler's table talk of 8 June 1942. Yet, since then, it has been widely adopted as the name of this new German capital. Hitler first formulated plans for Germania as early as the mid-1920s. Indeed, according to the German architect Hermann Giesler, who was one of the two architects favored by Hitler, where the other was the infamous Albert Speer, Hitler had ambitiously drawn sketches of the Volkshalle, the iconic massive domed building to be built in the middle of Berlin as early as 1925. After Hitler gained power in 1933, he began a series of projects to better the German economy that was devastated by the Great Depression. Thrilled by the prospects of expansionism and economic hegemony, as well as to give his future Aryan world empire a capital rivaling Rome, Babylon, or ancient Egypt as per Hitler himself, the German leader first proposed his concept to build a mega capital to architect Albert Speer in 1936. Speer, an equally ambitious man who had risen in prominence within the Nazi party, was appointed as General Building Inspector of the Reichscapital in 1937. Certainly, Speer was tasked to bring Hitler's vision of a new Berlin to life. Construction of Germania began in 1938. Many buildings in central Berlin, especially those in the Alsen and Tiergarten districts, were completely razed to give way for the upcoming project. Various previously built construction projects were to be incorporated into Germania, including most famously the Reichstag, the Reichschancellery, the Tempelhof Airport, among others. Central Berlin was to be organized along a large boulevard known as the Street of Splendors, running from just west of the Tempelhof Airport and the new South Railway Station right to the northern end of the avenue marked by the Grand Plaza. Starting our journey from the northern end of the avenue, the Grand Plaza, a collection of important buildings, was to be the focal center of Germania. The most obvious building, the huge crown jewel of Germania, is a massive domed building designed by Hitler himself known as the Volkshalle, or People's Hall. Given Hitler's fascination with classicism, this building was inspired by Hadrian's Pantheon in Rome. The Volkshalle was to be 290 meters tall with a diameter of 250 meters. The western side of the Volkshalle would include the Führer's Palace, the eastern side the existing Reichstag building, and on the southern side were to be placed the Reichschancellery and the High Command building of the German army. To give you an idea of just how massive the dome was, this is the Reichstag building today, and here is its intended location in the Grand Plaza. In any case, continuing our tour of Germania, to the northwest of the Volkshalle would be a massive pool, Berlin City Hall, as well as other administrative buildings, and finally ending with the Northern Railway Station. Moving south from the Grand Plaza and onto the Street of Splendors, we encounter various buildings intended to be ministries constructed with the typical stripped neoclassical architecture of Albert Speer. Towards the southern end of the avenue would be a 100-meter high triumphal arch based on the Arc de Triomphe in Paris. At the outbreak of World War II in 1939, construction was suspended, but resumed after the clear German victory. The defeat of France in 1940 led to Hitler decreeing, in the shortest possible time, Berlin must be redeveloped and acquire the form that it is due through the greatness of our victory as the capital of a powerful new empire. I expect that it will be completed by the year 1950. However, Hitler's vision was never realized due to the setbacks during the invasion of the Soviet Union. Construction of Germania was permanently halted in 1943. With Berlin falling to the advancing Red Army in 1945, Hitler took his own life by the 30th of April of that year. With his death, the capital of the 1,000 Years Reich was no more. As for Albert Speer, he was much luckier. Indeed, he was able to charm the court with his wit in the Nuremberg trials, evading death by receiving a 20-year-old prison sentence. This has been a brief video on Germania, the unrealized capital of Hitler. Let us know in the comments what topic should come next as part of our 5-minute history series. As always, subscribing to this channel is the best way to join us in our mission of spreading history to the masses. This has been the Historiographer, and for now, have a good one.